Okay, boys, let's start today with the second part of our lesson. Let's make a quick revision. We have here an exercise for you. We have words. I have some words. Let's try read these words. Prepared, used, sewed, visited, learned, baked. Do you remember these words? Let's again read them but with the sentences. Can you give me a sentence with prepared? Do you remember? They prepared coffee. Used, they used the goat's hair. Sewed, they sewed nice clothes. We visited a museum. We learned about the Roman theater, or we learned about the old people. And baked, my mom baked some bread. Okay, let's start now with the sentences to fill in the blanks. In the past, people goat's hair for the tents. Which one do you think? Let's go to number 2. We, our grandparents yesterday. We, which one of them? Number 3. My mother, some bread yesterday. Do you know yesterday is like in the past? Yani we can change this yesterday in the past, okay? It's like in the past. Today and yesterday. We about the Roman theater in unit 12. In unit 11. Number 5. Look at this jacket. Mom, it for me. Number 6. Samira, a delicious pizza yesterday. Again, yesterday is like in the past. I want you to answer the questions, fill in the blanks, write them in your copybook, and send them to me by tomorrow, okay? Or as we said, by Thursday. Again, now we have to practice reading this lesson because we did not practice reading the lesson, and maybe there was some missing parts in the first audio. Okay. Again, let's start reading. This is unit 12, page 48. Open your book, follow with me, and read it after me. We visited a museum. I was happy at school today. We visited a museum. We learned about how people in Jordan lived in the past. In the desert, people lived in tents. They used goat's hair for the tents. The women baked bread. They sewed. Their clothes were beautiful.
Pupil's book, page.
People prepared coffee. I like coffee too. Now, let's go to the activity book, page 46. Open your activity book, page 46. Bring your pencil with you. Again, let's read the title. This is unit 12. We visited a museum. Look at the pictures. Can you tell me where is the tent? Do you remember? This is a tent. What about the desert? Can you tell me where is the desert? Which answer is the desert? A is the desert. What about the bread? This is an old one. You learned this in the 3rd grade. Bread. Where is the picture of the bread? Okay, this is the bread. It's B. So you have to match the desert with A, bread with B. Let's go to coffee. Okay, sure, you know this one. Coffee is C. Now let's go down to these words. Used, visited, learned, liked, lived, sewed. What do you have to do here? You have to read and complete. So let's start with number 1. I liked school today. Let's go to number 2. We, a museum. Which one do you think? Yes, we visited a museum. Let's go to number 3. We, about how people in the past. We learned about how people lived in the past. Let's go to number 4. The women sewed beautiful clothes. They used goat's hair for the tents. So did you answer them correctly? I hope you knew all the answers by yourself. You have to write the answers in your copybook. I will correct it after we finish this holiday. If you didn't know the answers, you can have the answers here. This is for exercise 1. You match 2 with A, 3 with B, 4 with C. Exercise 2. You fill in the blanks. 2 visited. 3 we have 2 missing words, learned and lived. And 4 sewed and used. You have to practice reading the new vocabulary in the house, and you have to practice reading the lesson. Your homework today is to read the lesson and to send me audio on the WhatsApp about your reading the pictures, okay? Each one of you has to read a part in the lesson, okay? And so we have to go back and listen for the last time for our lesson.
Pupils Book, page 48. Pupils Book, page 48. Unit 12. Exercise 1. Listen and Pupils Book, page 48. Unit 12. Exercise 1. Listen and read. 1.
I was happy at school today.
We visited a museum. We learned about how people in Jordan lived in the past.
2.
In the desert, people lived in tents. They used goat's hair for the tents.
3.
The women baked bread. They sewed. Their clothes were beautiful.
4.
People prepared their coffee. They liked coffee.
Yes, I like coffee too.